And we are live. I just skated back to my chair because right as I was getting to go ready to go live, I realized that whoa. Had it on another screen going. Just as I realized I needed to go live, I was like, oh no, the girl that comes and helps me with shipping on Monday mornings is locked in. So I had to go run out there, unlock the gate so she can get out when she's done. But whew, still made it back. But I'm a little winded. I'm a little out of breath because I did that. And she keeps texting me little things, even though I told her I'm doing my live stream. Okay, she just found something that couldn't be found. So those of you who purchased things at the live sale on Friday and paid your invoices, those bad boys are getting labels stuck on them and getting in the mail today. We are on top of it. I'm so excited. So yeah, the reason I pulled up a separate live stream because I know you guys were talking before I started and I wanted to go back and address some of those questions. And if I just count on the StreamYard chat, it doesn't go back far enough for me to catch those. So that's why you heard the but I'm seeing myself over here so I can see the delay too. It's a little weird. It's a little weird. I locked them to the desk now. No, she's in the garage. She can actually open the garage door and get out, but I figured I'd be nice and let her come out the gate. It's all good. Because she works in the garage. The garage is where all the shipping takes place. Whew. And now the phone is ringing. Like, what? It's probably the pool guy who I said come at 2:30 because I do a live stream from 1 to 2. What? Okay, so let's talk about frustration. First, let me just say welcome if this is your first time here. If you're watching on the replay, we do this every Monday at 1 p.m. Pacific time. I am Danny Ackerman, the niche lady. And on Mondays, we just have a reseller chat and we talk about things to do with your eBay, Etsy reselling business in general. And I see some YouTube questions coming in too. So we're going to address those because reselling is no longer just one place. I mean, let's see. How many places do I sell? eBay, Etsy, Poshmark, Cherish, the Antique Mall, live sales. So I got 6 places that I'm doing reselling from. So it's no longer just eBay. It's all of it. So we're going to talk about all of it. And I see all the shipping questions coming in. But I'm happy you're here. I'm happy you are all here so we can talk about these things and solve these things because that's the key. It's when we hold on to the frustration and we just get more and more flustered and we get overwhelmed and then we just want to sit on the couch and not do anything. That gets us stuck. And I don't want anybody to get stuck. What is live stream telling me here? We are streaming on Facebook as well. That's what it's telling me. And on Facebook, in my Facebook group, it doesn't show me who's making the comments. Unless you tell me who's making the comments. There's a little thing. And I forgot to give that little thing. Anyway, it's all good. It's all good. Oh, and then they left me a voicemail, which we will. So I have visual voicemail. You guys have visual voicemail. Isn't that a great thing when you can see if you want to return the call or not? Oh, no, it's something else. Okay, it's all good. Something I have to return when we're done. All right. My frustration is I can't keep my brain straight for 5 seconds and focused. And, you know, I think a lot of us that are entrepreneurs and creatives kind of share that, where our brain is going 100 miles an hour and like just staying on task can be a frustration. I know I'm all over the place. I have my little to-do list that I make in the mornings and I have to keep referring back to it and go, what was I supposed to get done today? What did I need to do today? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Anybody with me? Okay. let me just go back to the top of the hour and where the chat started and address some of the very first things that were coming in. Linda Barnum, you were talking about shipping. I weigh and measure, put in the amounts, and then print. I get notices from USPS that I owe more. So let me just ask you, Linda, are you printing your shipping labels from eBay? First of all, that's my first question. And then secondly, are you changing the type of box? Meaning, are you using a flat rate box and trying to print a regular priority label? Because those are the two scenarios where I can see that even if you have the weight and measurements right, something could happen. So if you could answer those questions for me, Linda, let's see if we can get that resolved for you. And then Diane NC says, how do you know which items to charge shipping on and which ones to offer free shipping? I don't offer free shipping. I don't offer free shipping on anything anymore. It's really not necessary. Free shipping is a marketing strategy. That's all it is. We know shipping is not free, and many customers have become savvy to the fact that you are including that shipping into the price. And for your customers that are within the first 3 zones, it's pricing it out of the range if you were to just do calculated shipping and let them purchase it that way. So I'm not a fan of free shipping anymore. Now, if all of your competition, if you're in commodity items and all of your competition is doing free shipping, then you have to compete on that. But I would say for the vintage, antiques, collectibles, one-off kind of stuff, you don't have to do free shipping. You just don't have to do it anymore. So that can solve that issue for you. Just don't do free shipping unless you really, truly understand the cost of shipping and know that, say, you have that item, you know the shipping's only going to be $4 or $5. You can bury that into the cost of the item without it being overpriced, and you can keep track of that when you're doing offers and such. There. And Linda's not answering, so I'm not going to be able to solve that problem for Linda because she's not answering. Did Linda leave? All right, let's go on to another question. And if Linda answers that, then we can go back to that question. Okay. Oh, good, Diane. I'm glad that helped. All right. Kara of Angio Gal's Needful Curiosities. I'm struggling to properly advertise myself. My first live sale was a no-show, and it kind of shocked me, to be honest, but I refuse to give up. I'm still a noob at the who marketing myself thing. Okay. I went and looked at your channel. Now, don't be so mean to yourself. You have 9 subscribers, and you have had 2 videos that I can see, and they were both live streams. So what I can tell you about YouTube and the way it works, why does the trash truck always come right when I start my live stream? Okay, I don't know if you guys can hear that. It's super loud on my end. It's very distracting. Okay, so the first thing you have to know is with anything, now this goes for whether you want to do live sales on YouTube or you want to do big amounts of selling on eBay or Etsy or any other site. As a reseller, you have to build up a following. You have to build the momentum to where people want to come and shop from you. Think of it as you're in your town, this little store opens, you know, on a road. Maybe you travel down that road and you've seen that little shop, but there's nothing like, you don't have any emotional attachment to going into that shop. You don't really know, it's not just pulling you in for some reason. But one day you're at the grocery store and you happen to start talking to somebody who happens to be that shop's owner, right? Now you've forged a relationship. Now you want to go and shop in that shop. So you're in that stage of, you got to meet those people at the grocery store kind of phase. And the way to do that on YouTube is create content. Let them get to know you. I mean, I did not even attempt my first live sale. I had been making daily videos since December 2019, and I'd done several, but I mean, I wasn't new to YouTube either. I already had a following on YouTube. I had about 1,000 subscribers already. And then I got serious about it December 2019. And then I had my first live sale in September of that year. So I spent all of that time building up a following, creating content that made people want to subscribe and follow and all of that. I personally did not set out to create the channel to do live sales. The live sales were kind of a byproduct of the following. So if you want to build a live sale following, you're going to have to create the content that makes people follow you and want those items they see you buying. Do the thrift with me videos or the shopping videos. Haul videos are okay, but most people really want to go shopping with you. That's what gives them that talk to you in the grocery store connection, that, okay, now I know this person. I'm a little bit more inside their head. Now I'm compelled to go and see what they're selling, kind of thing. Does that make sense? So don't get discouraged. Just decide to get consistent about creating some videos. Whatever your specialty is, whatever your expertise is, start making some videos about that. You know, teach people, entertain people. All of those things are what creates your following. And then you get that following going. And then when you have a live sale, now they want to come over and shop from you. Should you just do regular content whilst you're going through moving to a new house process? That'll be in a month. Hold on, let me read that again. Should I just do regular content whilst I'm going through my moving to a new house? You know, people love to watch people going through something like a move. So if you can document and film your moving, your packing process, your unpacking process, yeah, film that. People will, let the people in the chat tell you, would you love to watch her process of packing up her house and organizing and getting ready for a move? Would that be compelling content to go over to her channel and watch? Yeah, see Bree saying, I'd watch that. I moved and getting ready to unpack. Yeah, there you go. It's amazing where you can find content to create. I'm still trying to learn to be more ready during the day when things come up and I could, you know, just take opportunities to film. I'm still kind of bad at that, and because that's what people want to see. It is. It's what people want to see, a glimpse in your life, and they want to. You know, I just realized I have my branding up there from the sale. Boop, there we go. But yeah, that kind of content is what people on YouTube want to see. And remember, you are going to get a lot of views that are not subscribers. You're going to get a lot of views from people you will never know who they are. And that's okay, because that's what gives you clout on YouTube, for YouTube to show your videos to other people, to build your following, and so on and so forth. Oh, there's Linda. Linda, I asked some questions. Did you leave and come back for a little while? Yep, real life stuff. Like, even though, you know, that's why I'm doing the thrifting videos, but I'm also trying to, like, what else in my life can I throw into those videos? Because that's what builds YouTube. It just is. Yeah, like Tommy and say, only if I was invested in the YouTuber, otherwise I'm there for specific content. Exactly. Yeah. Yep. Guys, are allergies hitting everybody else? Like, I just feel like a puffy mess today. Like, my nose is running and my eyes are watering and even my hands are itching. Like, I'm like going crazy. Okay. Let me see. Da-da-da. So I hope that helps and you're getting some good feedback over there. There you go. Yeah, I'm not normally a real big allergy person, but whew, virtual hug the turtles. They got turtle mush this morning. They were happy. About every 3 days, I make them turtle mush, which is just a special pelleted food that I mix with water to make it really mushy. And they just love it. Love it. So building a brand is all about relationships. You are so right, Sneaky Fox. You are so right. Yeah, there you go. So don't be hard on yourself. And this is a frustration I have, is when I see people go through something like you went through and you beat yourself up like, what did you do wrong? Maybe I should just not even try to do this. I'm not saying you did that. I see this in my group all the time. Maybe I should just quit. That frustrates me because I see your potential. And I know it is just a matter of getting the right steps in place, working out the right issues, and there are no limits to what you can do. So that's my frustration, is when I can't just wave a magic wand and make things happen for you. Yep, you guys all have the allergies going. Yep. Do I have a conditional use permit for my business? I'm not sure what you mean, aging beginner. I'm not sure what you mean by that. Yeah, so could maybe one of the mods ask Linda over in the chat the questions I had asked about how she was shipping those, and then we can come back to that. Let's see. Oh, and you have people that want to attend your sales. So yeah, they probably just didn't even know you were doing them. Vintage and Vino. See, you are on the right course to building that following. I don't know how many subscribers do you have now? I'm pretty sure it's Jerry talking over in the chat there. So Vintage and Vino, if you guys haven't followed their channel, they do thrift with me. They're fun. They are a fun couple. And we've done some thrifting videos together even, but they're building that content. 344. There you go. I would say get yourself to 1,000 subscribers before you do a live sale. That would just be my personal advice, because that means during a live sale, you're going to get about, it's a very small percentage. I'm not even going to say the percent. It's a very small percentage of your actual subscribers will come to anything you do live. That's why live video is not the best content for YouTube. Like right now, I've got almost 23,000 subscribers. I've got 154 of you here right now. In the live sales, it fluctuates anywhere from like 250 to 300 people attend a live sale. So it's a really tiny portion of your subscribers. So you got to build that following, Okay. Let's see what other questions. Remember, I went back to the very beginning of this to make sure I did not miss. I had a really cool thing happen last night, you guys. I'll give you a little inside info on something coming up. So some of you know that I'm actually a moderator over on the What the Hales channel. They have almost 400,000 subscribers. So that was like, for me, that was like a huge honor. And they're friends and they talk, through email with me. They kind of mentor me on my channel. Well, they offered a mystery box in their weekly sale last night. And I jumped on it because I'm going to do an unboxing video. And so they're totally like, hey, we're going to help you with your thumbnail and your title. And like, I'm super excited. I'm super excited about that. So there will be a What the Hell's mystery box unboxing video. And it's going to be interesting because they know my channel. They know I'll be like, and they want to help me. So I'm super excited about what's going to be in that box. So I paid for it today. It should be here by the end of the week. So I should be able to get that out next week. But that was like a super happy moment for me last night when that happened. Let's see. You guys gave lots of great advice to Kara about her live sale. Da, 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 da. Okay, here's one. Robin Smith. Hope you're still here. Robin Smith says, I just started my biz about 6 weeks ago. Watched probably 50 hours videos on shipping, proper listing, attractive titles, etc., but I still don't get that many views. Team. Okay, so let's talk about views on eBay. So it used to be you wanted lots and lots of views. You wanted to see that coming up because a view means it came up in a search result, right? And then somebody clicked on it. Boom. Now you don't want lots and lots of views without a sale. That's actually bad in the eBay algorithm, because now it is all about eBay trying to send the right results to the person for what they call conversion. They don't just want somebody to click and look at a listing. They want somebody to look, click, buy. Buy is the conversion. There's different points of conversion. Click is a conversion, and then the buy is a conversion. Ultimately, what we all want is the buy. So they're trying to show that item to less people that are more relevant and have the potential to buy the item. So don't get discouraged by low views, okay? The best way to keep people coming to your eBay store is to list consistently, and I mean daily. And if you can't list daily, schedule out so you have listings going up daily. And that really, there is no way around consistency in anything you do. Those who do YouTube, it's consistency. eBay selling, consistency. All of this technology that exists now as far as search maneuvering all has to do with consistency. They want to make sure they are sending you to a live active seller, a live active YouTube channel, whatever it is. So consistency is a key. And just keep doing what you're doing. You know, I hope you're over in the Niche to Profit Facebook group, because that's where we can help you on a more like, take a peek at one of your listings and make sure you got, because there are some videos out there that don't give good advice. I will never say a name, never say name, but you have to verify what you learn through others who have taken that advice and used it successfully, or looking at the success of the person giving the advice and test it yourself. So that's what I want to say. Test, test, test. Don't ever take, and don't take anything I say either carte blanche without testing it yourself, because what I say works for me may not work in whatever genre of things that you're selling. So that goes, you know, I'm not lifting my advice up there over anybody else's. I'm just saying you need to test it, verify all of that stuff. And that's just business smarts, you guys. You don't ever want to take something that somebody says as gospel without verifying whether, you know, somebody else who has great results with it, or test it yourself. And test and give something, you know, you got to give something at least a month to kind of test the waters, and even better than that is like 90 days, you know, to see if something's working. Don't go from thing to thing to thing to thing to thing. I see that way too often, where, okay, this didn't work this week, I'm going to switch and do this week. Give it time and consistency, and then see the results. Track your results and tweak and change, and then do something else so that you know what's working. Because if you make a whole bunch of changes and then something like opens up the floodgates and you get sales, it may be something you did 2 changes ago that's just catching up, and you won't know that unless you've kind of tracked the things that you're doing. Okie dokie. I don't know, did Liz, did we get an answer on the shipping? You use the use, okay. Okay, you use the USPS boxes, but are you using priority boxes or are you using flat rate boxes? Because there are two different kinds of boxes. So if you're printing a regular priority label and you're shipping in a flat rate box, they are going to adjust and charge you the higher amount of that flat rate box. And that could be what's happening. I know you say you use pirate ship. Is pirate ship? No, pirate ship is only for USPS, but they do all classes of USPS mail. Yeah. So that could be what's happening maybe. All right, let's see. Robin, I hope that answered your question. Reseller math frustrates. From Kim. Setting up pricing to be sure I don't lose money. Keep getting tangled up trying to build a spreadsheet so I don't have to reinvent the wheel with each listing. Have I ever showed you guys my spreadsheet? Let me show you my spreadsheet. If I can get it pulled up here. Now, I am behind on updating it. I must confess. Because the girl that used to do this for me flew the coop. So I'm actually looking to get somebody else who watches my videos to update my spreadsheet. Yeah, I'm still back on first quarter. But I will go back into my fourth quarter so you can kind of see. Let me share my screen. Share. Let me take myself off of here. Let's go. Let's do this so you guys can still hear me, right? Let's make sure you can still hear me before I start explaining things. And I gotta wait for the lag for you guys to hear me ask you if you can still hear me. And I'm just waiting just a second. Hello. Okay, you can hear me. Excellent. So this is my spreadsheet, guys. Date purchased. This is a little category I have that it's just things that I think that I'm going to take to the booth, or now it's like for putting it in the live sale. So that's just my own little personal notation there. What I paid for it, the item title, what I plan to list it for, because this is honestly where I do my research on items. This is where I create my titles, is when I'm logging it in. So that way I can have somebody else do this part for me. So this is the item title I come up with. This is what I plan to list it for. And then let me just scroll this over. Dun, dun, dun. So then when it sells, see the things in green are things that I've sold. So then when it sells, I've got the sold price. Like here's one. You can see that I listed it for $39.99. I sold it for $31. Oh, this person did not put in. Hold on. Let me get to one where the formula is put in. Oh my goodness. I guess I'm really behind here. Let me go to one where it all makes sense. There we go. This one makes more sense. Okay. Listed for $49.99, sold for $35. I put the date sold, total amount collected. So this is the total amount that was collected by eBay. Then I break out what I actually paid for the postage, the eBay fee. This was back, I still had PayPal fees. I'm now on managed payments, so this has gone away. The sales tax, which is part of that total collected. So then I have a formula here that adds up these total fees, and then that gets subtracted from, what's the math here? Oh my gosh. Total fees is subtracted from the cost of goods? No, subtracted from the sale price, and then that sum is subtracted from the cost, or the cost of goods is subtracted from that part. See, I don't like math either. Blah! But then I can see my profit on each item. And my goal here is to be in double digits on profit on all items. So this little negative amount, that shows that's already the negative of what I paid for the item. Here's the formula. So it's I10. Okay, so it's I, which is total collected minus total fees plus the cost of goods. That's it. Yeah, I have to put these formulas. I can't do this in my head. But this spreadsheet has served me really, 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 really well. And that's how I keep track of things. And then I have everything also goes into QuickBooks now. I actually just hired an accountant because I'm at that level. My business is growing by leaps and bounds, and I got a little behind. You can see I'm a little behind. And I have to really track, you know, because I spend right now more than I'm selling because I'm just not caught up on listing and all of this stuff. I got some really exciting stuff in the works though. You guys want to know what I'm planning to do? Because I have to buy so much stuff for my videos. You know what I'm planning to do? I'm gonna see if you guys want to know. I'll let that catch up for a minute, and then I'll give you that little sneak peek on that. But anyway, yeah, just a simple spreadsheet. Just track your numbers. Make sure that you are making profits. Do you find this method better than the cost accounting method? I'm trying to remember what the cost accounting method is. The way my bookkeeper just explained it to me this morning, there is the accounting that you keep and use for taxes, and there is the accounting that you need to know if your business is profitable. And they're not necessarily the same. So I'm just saying. Yeah, Vintage and Vino says, yes, do tell. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. I am putting together reseller boxes. So I buy things at such great prices here and in such quantity, I can afford to take a much, much, much lower profit margin to sell to other resellers who perhaps are not finding the great stuff or would like to get their hands on a box of, I'll say Fire and Light, but that's probably not going to happen because I can't find that stuff. A box of Murano, a box of antique art glass. You know, maybe it's something you want to either learn about and list, or it's like a box of ephemera because I don't even list that stuff. But that way, I mean, I get so many comments like, you passed that up and you passed that up. It's like, yeah, that's not my niche. But if I could get that good resaleable stuff and help other people build their inventory, that's kind of where I'm going. That's where in the process of. So yeah. And they will be priced so that reseller can still make a profit, because I know you still need to have a markup and you still need to make a profit. Yeah. I'm even contemplating doing like some beginner reseller kits where I supply information with it. Like I give the title, the suggested pricing. Can never tell you what to price something, but I can tell you what I would price it at. I can give, you know, information about the thing, all of that stuff. So that's kind of what's in my future and what I am setting up in my garage. And honestly, I'm at the point, those have been following my house saga, if I can get this air conditioning issue fixed, I'm going to try to stay here at least another year, because I have a really good setup here as far as the business. And that's one of my frustrations, is that I would like to stay here for a couple of years until I can afford to buy my own place. But we'll see. We'll see. Got to fix the air conditioner though, because it sounds like more work. I don't think it's really going to be that much more work, because I'm going to set up shelves so that as I'm unpacking my thrifting purchases, it goes right on a shelf of, oh, this is art glass. Oh, these are animals. Oh, it's It's kind of how I organize it anyway now. There's textiles and whatever. So that's what I'm planning to do. Okay. The Eclectic Element asked, I recently picked up eBay, so now I have Etsy, Mercari, and eBay that I sell on. What are your methods? List an item on all sites, list on one site, and then if it doesn't sell, list on others. So I use List Perfectly, which I gave the demo of. I just imported all of my current eBay listings, and now I'm going to start doing my listing right from List Perfectly. And I can shoot it out to every site where that item is eligible to be sold. And that's my strategy. And when it sells on one side, I can go into List Perfectly and I just end it. Rather than try to keep track of like, okay, I haven't tried this on Etsy yet. I mean, I'm just put it out to all. It's different audiences. It's different clientele. And then wherever it sells first, yay. So that's my strategy there. But not every item can be sold on every site. So you just have to be aware of those things. Cindy Sanders Stone says, how many eBay listings do you need to keep out there to get more traffic? You know, there are some sellers who can have 5 things listed and get everything sold because they're so strategically niched. So it really is going to depend on the products you're finding and listing, how many people are searching for those types of products, because there's long tail and there's short tail. So it's kind of some things you have to keep in mind. Have a little bit of each, have some quick sellers. I was looking over at, when my mods say stuff over there in capitals, I kind of take a peek to see what's going on, but you guys are having a little conversation. Yeah. Yep, yep, yep. I know, Tiffany, you know, like we pass up so much stuff all the time. All the time. Oh, good. You have List Perfectly. Yay, yay, yay. I also wanted to add something about List Perfectly. And once you've migrated over all of your eBay, if you already have stuff cross-posted and there's not like, you know, hundreds of items, like I don't have that many. I have a couple hundred on Poshmark. They said the fastest, easiest way to do it was honestly end the listings over on Posh and then recross post so that it's connected in with List Perfectly. Otherwise, you got to go and add each item number into List Perfectly if you want the capability to be able to end it. Yeah. Yeah. I do not know. I just pushed a button and I pushed the wrong thing. Blackout! Shipping must be finished for the day. That was my girl just leaving there. All right, where was I? Did I get to my post office box? I have a plethora of boxes that I need to open. Yes. Okay, we are not going to talk about that one. I know you asked, the aging beginner asked about conditional use permit. Can you explain what you mean by that again? I mean, I have a business license. I don't need a conditional use permit. I guess that's what I'm foggy on why you think I need a conditional. What am I doing that needs a conditional use permit? How do you ship art with glass fronts? I actually have made a couple of videos on that. If you go into my Get Ship Done playlist and search art, you'll see me do it. Pool noodles and a box with lots of room. Is there a way to add postage to a package before you print it out? For instance, if you need to use a large flat rate box instead of the medium-sized box you have in the listing, I would pay costs. See, I don't really use the flat rate products, and let me tell you why. Let's think about this from the standpoint of the Postal Service. Why would they incorporate a flat rate box? Okay, I want you to really think about this. Whose benefit do you think that flat rate box is going to be for? 99.9% of what you ship does not benefit from going in a flat rate box. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. You posted the video link in the chat. Thank you, Melissa. Thank you for that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm watching an old chat questions, and I'm watching the current chat coming through. Yeah, you guys are talking about the conditional use permits. Okay. So post office comes up with this marketing thing. People are putting, you know, items like this that would ship for, let's just say it was going priority. It could ship for $8 regular priority, but they're getting sold this bill of goods that put it in a flat rate because it's easier, it's better, and now they're paying $12, $13, $14, $15 to ship that. So that's in the post office best interest to get people used to this, you know, flat rate kind of shipping mentality, because it seems, oh, it's easy, then I just know what to put in the listing. I'm going to say stop doing flat rate unless it's over like 4 pounds. Then there becomes a saving. But if it's not a heavy item, regular priority, and just make sure the box is at 1 cubic foot or less. So once you get over the 1 cubic foot, then you go into oversized. Now it's going to be crazy. So you don't want to do that. You want to stay within that 12 by 12 by 12 or whatever numbers equal those same amounts. But yeah, that flat rate stuff is for the post office. It was brilliant of them to come up with that. And don't ever go and pay the counter price. Don't take your boxes to the counter at the post office. You will pay about, was it 30% more in shipping? It's crazy. I can't believe how many people I see standing in line at the post office. It's like, come on, don't do that. Now, flat rate for heavy stuff. Unless it's the padded flat rate envelopes. Now, I do use those a lot because I want the insurance a lot of times on items, and I can put, you know, sometimes some of you who get the jewelry from me know it comes in a padded flat rate. If it's over a certain, I usually like $50, you know, if you've spent more than $50, I'm going to put it in a padded flat rate and include that insurance. So on that, I will. But other than that, no flat rate. All right. Let's see. I think I'm starting to catch up, but then you guys are still talking. Oh, now I'm seeing stuff I already saw. Okay. I think I'm close to being caught up with the stuff that came in much sooner. Oh, in Wisconsin, you can run a business out of your house with a conditional use permit for tax purposes. Oh, no, we don't need that here. We can run home-based businesses. Nevada is we don't even have a state tax. Keep that in mind. We have no state income tax here in Nevada. It's why a lot of businesses are in Nevada. So they're very, very lax. Not lax? Low-key? I don't know what the word would be as far as running businesses like out of your home and stuff. As long as you pay your sales tax, they want you to pay your sales tax and have your business license. That you do need to have. Okay. I think I'm caught up. Okay, I think I'm caught up enough. I'm going to stop looking at myself over here. Whew, because that was getting a little cray-cray. And I am going to now, lenient. That's the word I was looking for, not lax. Lenient. Yeah, Nevada has always been a really good place to have a business. I don't know if that just comes from the days of the mob or what. I mean, no, we're not mob run anymore, but just that, you know, business was welcomed and things were not overly regulated here because they wanted business to come in and do their thing here. That's what I mean by that. What are my guidelines for selling damaged stuff? A lot of mom stuff has damage. I really try not to on eBay. You guys know, like in the live sales, if it's something like this super cute or stuff, I will offer it, but I start my bidding at $1 and it sells for what it sells for. So if I were to list something that was damaged on eBay, I would probably run it in auction format. And the super important thing to do, I'm going to pull up another screen and I am going to show you. And eBay's actually, there's a new listing form they're coming out with. I don't think everybody has it yet, but when you get it, oops, wait, stand by. This is why I always pull the screen up before okay. I'm just trying to pull up a listed item. Okay, I'm going to share my screen again and I'm going to show this to you. Oops, here we go. So when you are filling out your listing, you want to make sure you have this area available to edit so that you've got the condition and they're going to tell you used, new, whatever. You want to be sure that if you have something damaged, especially, that you can fill in the details here in the condition description. And so currently this is only available in the eBay business listing tool or the new listing tool that they're coming out with. And that is where you have to be sure you've listed any damage, as well as including pictures, as well as including it down in your description. That is what is going to keep you safe if you're listing a damaged item. Now, I'll list a damaged item if it's a super expensive item to begin with. Let's just say $100 vase, and it's got a little chip. And I'm like, okay, I don't exactly know how much that chip is going to affect the value, but I would list it in an auction format at say $49.99 starting price, like half of the value, and see where it goes. Sometimes that stuff can surprise you, and it's still so rare that people will pay up for it. So I hope that answered that question. Let's see. Okay, I'm glad I answered your question, aging beginner. I am not an expert when it comes to all of the legalities and stuff. Like that's where I have to count on other people to say, am I doing this right? Do I have what I need? I don't want to get in trouble. All of that stuff. And I don't have customers come to my house. Nobody comes to my house. And the people that work for me are contractors. Like they work whatever hours they want to work. I don't train them. I just train them the way I want it done, but they already have the skill. And that's one of the things you need to know. If you're going to hire somebody and you want to do 1099, you can't teach them how to do the job. You can only show them the way you prefer it done, but they already have to know what they're doing. It already has to be a skill set that they have. And you can't give them hours. Like they make their own hours. They work for themselves. They are a contractor. So just keep that in mind. So contractors are responsible for their own. Yeah, I mean, I have renter's insurance and liability insurance that's included in that. And that does cover a contractor coming over and working. Okie dokie. Let's see. Okay. I'm looking. I don't want to miss your questions. I don't want to miss your questions. Yeah, a lot of you are listing solely from phones and mobile, and I'm going to say double check your stuff on a computer. Like if you don't have the capability to add that condition, the new listing form is going to be it's going to be, again, a word I'm trying to think of, the same, which is not the word I was trying to think of. It's going to look the same on mobile and on the computer. That's why they're doing this, so that it is a consistent listing experience. So that is in the works. That's being rolled out right now. But if you don't have that and you can't put this stuff in, make sure you go over to a computer and you add it into your listings. Okay. I have a Murano clown. Sorry, he's adorable, but is missing one glass ball on his head. As he has matching balls, he is balancing and juggling. Too damaged to sell? The only way you're going to find out if it's too damaged to sell is to try to sell it. And I see a lot of people who hesitate to list something, who are afraid of listing something, but what's the worst that can happen? It doesn't sell. So what's the risk? No risk, no reward. I say go for it. Go for it. Because it's certainly not going to sell if you don't list it. So you got nothing to lose. You got nothing to lose. Can't you just put in your description and in your photos, highlight it if there's a chip or damage, and be done with it? Well, you could, Susie Q. The issue is if they get the item and they claim item not as described and say, I didn't know it had this chip, eBay will not side with you unless it is in that condition box. It's for your protection. That is the key to getting these claims found in your favor, is if you go, bam, it's in the condition box. eBay honors that. That is the one thing I have never had an issue with eBay not honoring. They don't honor it in the description. They don't honor it in the pictures unless it's also in that condition box. So that's super important for you. It's important for you. It's your protection. It's insurance. So, I mean, not every customer is going to have a problem. So it's only, we do this stuff, not for all the stuff that goes right. We do this stuff for the things that go wrong to protect ourselves. Okay. Yeah, Tri-State Picker Mom says she photographs and starts the listing on her phone, saves as draft, then complete on laptop. That's a great plan. That's a great plan. Janica says, I'm not doing good selling my things. And that is a pretty general statement, right? So there's always something in there where you can solve that problem. And we can't go into depth here, but you can certainly come over to the Niche to Profit Facebook group and let's figure it out. Let's find out why things aren't selling. Are you listing daily? Let's see what your photographs look like. Let's see what your titles look like. Titles are super important. Titles and photographs and pricing. You can leave out everything else in a list. You can have no description and have a killer business just on good titles, pictures, and pricing. So, I mean, I want you to have a description. The description helps verify the information, but those are the biggies. Those are the biggies. I have looked at a lot of eBay listings and eBay stores in my days, and I have yet to find an unsolvable issue with slow sales. Yet to find it. There's always one of those key points. Is it pictures? Is it price? Or is it title? Those are the three to look at and figure out maybe what's not getting picked up in the algorithm. Oh, good. You have the clown listed. Yay. So not understanding eBay is different than eBay doesn't work. So, and I'm not saying you said that, but I'm putting that out there, you know, for the thousands that are going to watch this video. So I suck at math. I am horrible with numbers. That doesn't mean numbers aren't great and numbers aren't useful. What it means is I need help with numbers. I get help with numbers. I pay for help with numbers. It's my weakness. And so we have to figure out what part of it is the weakness that you have. Like if you're really good at finding great stuff to sell, well, there's where the money's made right there. So the rest is just figure out those pieces you're finding hard and figuring out a way to make them easier. So again, I say, come over to the Niche to Profit group. I have a great group of people over there that want to help, especially the new sellers. Like that's kind of our claim to fame is helping you newbies get started and getting over these frustrations and solving problems. Like we're not a venting group. We're not a, you know, eBay sucks group. We are a, what can we do to grow our business group? That's what we're about. Vintage and Venus. Oh, it just, darn, this chat just moves too fast for me sometimes. Let's see, what do you say? Here's a disclaimer I use in every listing. Note, vintage items come to me used and loved. Perfection not guaranteed. Pictures are part of description. Use Zoom to examine before purchase. Which is great, but I can tell you 9 out of 10 people will never read that. They just don't. People do not read, especially on mobile, people don't read descriptions. So it is still important to have that. And I don't know if you have that up in your condition description. What I say, I've started some new language. I say excellent pre-owned condition, normal wear for age, please see all photos. There we go. I encourage them to look at all of the photos. It's not always price though. You'd be surprised. And sometimes it's your price is too low. Don't always think it's your price is too high. Many times it has been price is too low. I assure you. All right. So Janica, so if you have something that keeps you from being able to figure it out, that's when you need to possibly bring in help and get somebody to help you. I'm having trouble paying for eBay shipping through my PayPal. Are you on managed payments? Could that be why? Hello, Flying Pig Thrifts, Dagny. Many times I have people ask dimensions, and the dimensions are in the description. People don't always read. That is so true. They don't, or they just don't even comprehend. Like if you tell them like the dimensions, like, well, how big is that? Yeah, it just is. But descriptions are really hidden, and eBay knows this. eBay's actually toyed with just getting rid of descriptions even being visible on mobile because they know people do not read the descriptions. That is my landlord. My landlord's sending me texts. My landlord, who knows I do this show from 1 to 2 o'clock on Mondays, by the way. The pool guys come in today to fix the pool. We could not use our pool yet. We are so antsy to use our pool. But yeah, I don't know if those who follow me, there's a bug on my face. Those who follow me on Facebook know that this house, woo, just when we get one thing fixed, another thing breaks. The pool pump broke. My pool is green. So even if they fix it today, it's still going to be a few days before it's cleaned and chemicals are good and we can use it. If they don't read, their issue. If you don't state in listing, your issue. That's a very good point, Tri-State Picker Mom. Very good point. Yeah, I know. I know. I just can't with this landlord. I cannot wait to buy my own house. It's going to be a beautiful thing. Oh, I didn't even know I had a shipping fears video. There you go. Thank you, Melissa. I am, okay, this is a question I keep getting asked, and then I have to wrap it up and deal with the landlord. I have not done any shipping videos for a while because I have been training a new girl to do shipping, but they're going to be coming back as I get more shipping to do, and she's going to need me to jump in there and do help too. But I have some other training video. I have some other, not just the actual shipping, but actual going through the explanation of like what box to use when. I learned a lot through training her what the basic kind of questions were that she asked of me. And so I'm like, oh, that would make a good video. So watch for those coming soon. Lots more of the eBay kind of training kind of stuff. But I'm not going to be doing less of the thrifting videos. So these are going to be in addition to the video work I'm already doing, because those thrifting videos, they pay my rent. Okay. That's all I can say. So I have to keep doing those. All right. You have a lot of great questions coming through the chat that are really great for the Facebook group. I encourage you, come over to the Niche to Profit Facebook group. There's a few questions that you must answer in order to get into the group. My mods over there are, well, some of them are over here in the chat too. We keep you in line over there. We don't let anything, we try not to let anything negative or bad happen in the group. So in order to do that, we have to have people that are willing to like just answer a couple questions and follow some rules. But I think it's a really great group. And with that, I'm going to wrap it up. Get that pool fixed. Get to the post office, drop off all the packages from Friday's live sale. And did I mention that this Friday is purple sale? I will be doing a special pop-up live preview. I'm not sure what day. It's going to be Wednesday or Thursday. Wednesday is Rachel's birthday, and we've got like all kinds of things we're doing on Wednesday and now on Thursday. So I'm going to pop it in there somewhere betwixt and between. So make sure you're subscribed and that you have hit the bell notification to all, so you get the little notification when I go live if you want to see what's coming up in Friday's sale. It's a coming. It was fun. It was fun shopping for all this stuff. It took me a while, but I managed to get a whole purple sale together. All right, everyone. I hope that we have eliminated some frustration and that you guys can go into this week like charged up, ready to make some money in this reselling business. All right, everyone. Awesome. So with that, go be profitable and make it fun. And we'll see you on the next one. Bye, everyone. And thank you, moderators over here. The people with the wrenches. Many have their own channels. Go check them out. I appreciate all they do. And I appreciate all of you for spending your Monday afternoon with me. All right. Bye-bye.